So we will go through disarticulation. Not so much why we do it, I'm sure you understand that now, but where we place it, when do we remove it is another question. What material do we use? What do you do if you have such a big overjet that's deep bite that you can't disarticulate behind the incisors? Well, then you're going to have to go to the molar and wean the patient off that as the mandible comes forward. So when I have a deep bite complete to the palate, I would only do upper Damon, right? Now I want to get those class 2 elastics going from day one. So the way I'm opening my bite, I am using stopped arch wire. So I'll put high torque brackets on 4 incisors. Yep. I will leave my 014 night high 3 millimeters ahead of those incisors. I'll mark the molar tube on the wire. I'll get one of the Ormco stop arch wire pliers, V pliers, bend distal ply, any of the above. I press it and it puts a little bend on the wire. The wire can't distal drive. Yep. I put the wire into my upper anterior teeth. Tsunami effect occurs in the bicuspid region. My Div 2 becomes Div 1. Now I've got an overjet. Does that make sense? Right? Allowing me to put my lower brackets on. Allowing me to start my class 2 elastics. You see that? Right? Alternatively, if it's a class 2 deep bite with a very poor face, small chin, you might want to Mara that case. And that way you don't have to get your brackets on until after you've Mara'd. But the benefit of getting your brackets on after Mara is easy because your bite's open. You see, so we're going to kind of look at the overclosed vertical patient. Now stops, we're going to take it to the next level. Right now, you just put stops based on sliding and emergencies. We're going to start using stops now for anchorage because we're going to start really looking at our center lines. And if our center lines are out, our stops on our 014 is the most efficient way to start kicking them around as we level and align. As far as engaging teeth, now I've covered this in previous seminars, but just to sort of give you a heads up, you don't engage all your teeth in vertical cases and cases where incisors are already proclined. Yep. They're the cases you normally bypass at least 2 teeth. And those 2 teeth should be on either side of the arch. You bypass and you tie back. So Bennett and McLaughlin, as the canine would upright, they would undertie 3 to 6. Yep, lace back they called it. What we do, we coil spring 2 teeth, we put a button on those 2 teeth and we tie that coil spring to the button. That is the equivalent of your lace back, right? Bennett and McLaughlin talk about a cinch back, which is the end of the wire being bent 90 degrees on the terminal molar. That controls arch length. Yeah, we control arch length by not engaging all our teeth and using a negative torque prescription. Yeah, different deal. We can't do cinch back bend. So these are the sort of things that I want to compare and contrast so you understand what I used to do and what we currently do. And the last question is your bracket position anteriorly, uppers, definitely based on smile. Posteriorly based on vertical, lower incisors based on what you're doing to the uppers, right? They're the decisions you need to make. So let's just pick a case and try and apply the mechanics. Still recommend for you guys, get your diagnosis with more than one measurement. Yeah, you think vertical is the most important measurement, and you can't just guess. You can't just put it on Jefferson arc, right? So y-axis, quadrilateral analysis, lower anterior face height, whatever you want to use, but use more than one, because the moment your diagnosis is wrong because you got a bit lazy, your mechanics are going to be wrong. Now, if your diagnosis is correct and you have diagnosed a class 3 open bite, now let's start with a 3B. So our diagnosis is a lot more accurate than anyone else in the known world, right? Angle has 4, we've got 54. Damon has how many from the Damon protocol book? Any idea? So if you're a Damon operator, your diagnosis is based on the Damon protocol book, which is class 1, 2, 3, open bite, deep bite. Do you get that? So how many? 6. Yeah. So when a daemon operator has a 3 open byte, they don't really tell you if it's open because of skeletal or because of dental. Do you understand? They don't tell you if the 3 is because of A, B or C. You see how much more accurate you are? So really the daemon protocol book is just a guidebook for you. But you will have your own notes where you'll say, right, 3B open byte, that's John Lynn time. 3A open byte, that's bonded Hyrax face mask time. You know, so that all the stuff that you've learned in the other modules is where you throw it in here.